Hey there everyone, Happy New Year. Hopefully you are off to a great start here in 2020. It's been a few weeks since I've done one of these for you, largely because the market hasn't done a lot in the last few weeks, which is pretty typical during the holiday season. Trading tends to be a little light. Here we are into a new year. Not a lot to report today. Same storylines that have the potential to impact the market. But I wanted to take a step back and look at, since we began this in the middle of October, what rates have done. They've gone up, they've gone down, but for the most part, they have stayed the same. Let me show you a graph. This is a little different than what you've seen from me in the past, but this red line more or less has been the direction of rates. And I made my bold prediction in the middle of October here that rates would be better in here into the future. So far, my prophecy has not been true. This green line more or less is a marker of what things have done to today, and you can see they're more or less at the same spot as they were. So I'm not going to sit here and claim a reign that I'm smarter than the market. I've never pretended to be that, but I still think that the storylines that have the potential to push rates down are still very prominent. Here's one from The Economist today that's called "Don't Be Fooled by the Trade Deal Between America and China." So this is kind of what has led to rates not going down, and quite the contrary, maybe even going up a smidge over recent months, is because the optimism of us coming to a trade deal. It's expected on January 15th that we will sign this phase one trade deal between us and China, but The Economist has coined it the planet's biggest breakup. So even though a trade deal is underway, there are still ramifications that are likely to happen in the markets. That should translate into better rates into 2020, so I'm sticking with my prediction. I guess maybe I should rephrase my timing of it with an upcoming election at the end of this year here locally, I should say locally, domestically. This tends to be a very sobering year as everyone holds their breath to see what type of fiscal direction and policy direction our country might take after the election, not just presidential election, but a lot of seats of Congress and Senate. Will there be a Democratic majority throughout the federal government, or will there be a split like there has been the last 2 years? So it's poised to be a wild ride. I'll continue to send these to you. I don't know if I'm going to be able to keep up the pace of a weekly, but check in with me if you want some detailed information about your specific refinance numbers. But just know that if you started this with me kind of towards the September-October timeframe, those numbers are very similar today, but we'll see what happens here in the new year. All right. If you're still enjoying the holiday season, enjoy these last couple of days before the real world hits you next week. Take care.